Stone Radio, WBSR 1360. Hello, everybody. We're starting our show. This is the second show. This is the Reading Captain show, the spinoff show. And we had a great show yesterday on Philly Funk Radio, the Philly Live show. So we're going to do what we usually do is called the little update recap. That's the word I'm looking for what happened with yesterday's show, just in case our viewing listeners did not catch the show. So, of course, all our Philadelphians, our Black Delaware Countyans, our Black Philadelphians, welcome to the show here. And I'm here with all of my co-hosts, of course, with Kevin Tones Dowdy. He's here with us. Also, Warren Bloom. We've got Warren Bloom finally on. This is like maybe our fourth show. So we have the one and only Warren Bloom, ran for mayor, Philadelphia mayor. He's here with us. We have Miss Whitney, DJ Whitney, DJ, Mama Doe. She's here. And of course, brand new, who's going to be with us ongoing for a long time, my man, DJ Richard. That's what we're going to call you, bro. All right. So, before we start, we always give our shout out to our viewers and listeners. We have our 300,000 who follow us on, of course, my main pages, which is Philadelphia Front Page News, just so it makes sense to our viewers and listeners. You know, we are not really YouTubers. So when you catch us on YouTube at Reading Captains YouTube or Philly Live YouTube or even Kevin Tones down at YouTube, don't look for the numbers there. That's not what we do. This is for all of our viewers who may need to find us at their own time, but they also follow us on Facebook, Spotify. Man, you know, we're all over the place, and that's why we're strong serving Philadelphia, Delaware County. So with this show, the Reading Captains, it's about everyone really being able to love and enjoy reading. And today I was talking to a man about joining it, and he said, if it doesn't have pictures, I'm not reading it. So that's why we're developing the Reading Captains. The whole point of developing this is there's so many different ways and purposes of reading, and we don't want anyone to feel like, you know, you just can't participate. That's what this is about. Reading is about inspiring. It's about wisdom and, of course, information. All right, with that in mind, let's jump to, if we can, let's see. Rich, are you there? DJ? Okay, he might have had to take a break right now. I see his name's up there, so we'll wait for him to come back. Let's pick up, recap. Kev, let's recap where we left off at the end of yesterday's show. Not the political stuff, but the important things that we were talking about, music. And especially since you and Warren are here, and Miss Whitney's here too, also, the three professional musicians, it ties in with reading. So I'm gonna go to you, Kev. What do you want to bring out that what we were talking about that was important in yesterday's show, Philly Live show?
Okay, you know, I got brain fog, so might have to refresh me. Last 24 hours been crazy.
Okay,
Um,
no problem. The main thing that you were talking about is the importance of when people go into the business, because Ramona Gaines, she was asking you, what do you think is the main thing? And you gave some great answers, being selective, you know, and
okay.
instrument wise. But then you gave some great points. So go ahead and recap on that, if you don't mind.
Um, Being selective. Um, Being selective with people that you deal with. That's one thing. There's a lot of people out here that's into a lot, you know, different things with music, you know. If you're putting something together, you got to make sure you're on the same page. And I'm always very selective over the years with people I do business with, you know,
Okay.
small or big. Um, because you want to be, like I said, on the same page when it comes to a project or whatever that you're working on. Um, Egos and all those things, you know. Um, I don't deal with all that. You know, the humility, you bring your skills to the table, you know, let your skills do the talking. One thing I don't that turns me off about musicians, and I'm one, can be like the competitiveness, you know. That's why believe it or not, jazz music failed in a sense because
Mhm.
the
Sorry
musicians were
about
so
that.
competitive with one another that the normal audience at the wall didn't understand what's going on. But they have their own little personal beefs. And you see that in music today, like, why all these beefs and all this craziness? It's music. So everybody has a skill. You'll never hear me compare this artist to that artist. You always hear people, well, who's better? Look, this is my analogy all the time. If I got a Ferrari and I got a Rolls Royce, they're both great cars. One is designed for speed and accuracy and all those things. The other is designed for luxury.
Luxury,
Both
yes,
great
you're
cars.
right.
So why do we got to compare this artist and that artist and like that? We can just enjoy each person for what they bring to the table. That's the thing in life called variety. That's why God gave us all different gifts. So I can pick
Most
from here
definitely.
and pick from here. I want to hear Richard. I want to hear some reggae. I got a choice. I can't.
Yes.
That's what I hated about the Apollo. I love the Apollo watching it, but how you gonna compare the comic act with the musicians? It's like this is a culture we always comparing and competing. It's like just enjoy it. So anyway, that's a little
Man,
rant.
most
But anyway,
definitely.
but that's just my
Mu-
little thing.
Music
But
is music.
wait, what did you say, Rich? I'm
I
sorry.
said music is music. You enjoy every variety of it.
Exactly.
Okay,
Oh,
so so
yeah.
so let me do this correctly. I'm Van Stone. I'm the face behind the voice. And of course, this is WVSR 1360 radio and television, and in combination with Philly Funk Radio. You can check us out at phillyfunkradio.com. We're the real radio station, national, of course, bringing this to the attentions for our new viewers that DJ Richard will be bringing. And I'm just setting this up so we can interview you, DJ Richard. So speaking of music, when you go to WVSR 1360, you can listen to the station at fpnnews.org, and you can go to the website, find the button to listen to the radio station, and you will find all types of Caribbean music. So we have several radio station platforms. We're tied in with different organizations, and that leads us to the one and only from Upper Darby, DJ Richard. Richard, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm great, man. Great.
Give our audience just a little bit that you feel comfortable about yourself and the music and what you're going to be doing, for our viewers and listeners. Give us a little bit of history about yourself.
Man, I'm Richard. I like most likely my culture is like reggae music, dancehall music, variety of music anyway still, but that's it.
Okay, okay,
Great.
okay. Let me ask you one other question, then I'm gonna throw it over to either Kev or Warren. So, how long have you been in the music when it comes to playing the music or knowing the list of music artists? Now, this is really important because we're talking a whole different genre of the Jamaican artists, and they may know Bob Marley, but Bob Marley is not one. So fill us
I've,
in on
man, it's been years. It's been years. I grew from a kid.
that. Okay.
I've grown up around the music. Yeah, and it's back home in Jamaica. I grown around the music right there. It was right there in my ear,
Okay.
night and day. So we know a little something about it. Great,
Okay.
great. You know. Mm.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw it to Kev. Kev, you have any questions right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. Me and him were talking a little bit, and it's going to surprise you. This is just to people get a little to know a little more about me. For one thing, I'm a black man, don't like hot sauce. Ain't that weird? I don't like hot sauce, and I can't eat fried chicken no more because it makes me sick.
No,
Ain't that
no,
You
weird?
don't
no.
Yeah, I
like
know.
you don't
Y'all gonna
like the
take my black
spicy.
card, and this
You
is I'm
don't
gonna take.
like spice.
Yeah, and y'all gonna really take my black card because I don't like spice, and I just like I told him, no disrespect, all forms of music I've listened to, but I've never really got into the reggae and dancehall. I it just nothing I really got into. Not that I don't like it. It was just Didn't never touch me.
Man.
So this is the movement.
I gotta let you know something about it, man. You
Okay,
gotta
go
listen
ahead.
to yes,
Go ahead.
yes, most definitely.
Now I know a little bit of the history about it. Now I'm looking at my man here, Cool Herc. Now a lot of people
Mhm.
don't realize the influence that he had on the hip hop music that we have today. The break beats,
Yeah,
all those things, and even the scratching was mimicked from the break beats. People don't know that.
yes, from the great beat,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Cool Herc was the one that put that to the film. So I know a little bit, but
You know a little.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I would
is
say you know a lot.
Miss Whitney here? DJ Whitney? Okay, I think she's on mute. All right, so let me see. Warren, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, there we
listening.
go. There we go. Well, we want you to come in. This is DJ Whitney.
Hello.
And so, of course, you have a chance to interview our new partner to the team, DJ Richard from Jamaica. Any questions you have for him?
I mean, I'm listening to them. When I listen to dance hall and reggae, I noticed that a lot of them play the same, like um the music would be the same, but the voices would be different. And I mean, I'd be like, okay, y'all all use the same song for something, just the instrumentals, not the rapping. But I noticed that, and it all sounds hype. Like I like it. I listen to dancehall and I listen to reggae, but I always wonder why that one like a couple artists would play that one like song, but they have their own rhyme to it.
Yes, they do that a lot. They do that a lot. They listen to some of the R&B, some of the hip hop, and they add their own lyrics, their own rhyme to it. So they get it on a different mix and a different beat. So it came out a little on the dancehall side or on the reggae side. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's a different.
Okay,
No, I mean, like I said, I listened to it since I was a kid. I think about all the songs, and now as I get older, I'm like, oh, that's Sizzla Lunch. Like I listened to the music, but never knew a lot of the names until I got older, to able to see what kind of who I'm listening to. Bucci Banta. Oh my goodness! Like I'm listening to him, like I never knew it. Like
Yeah.
TKO, Big Prince. Like I'm like, wow. Like I never knew these people's names, but I'm sitting here going to the clubs, dancing in surrounding, play no games, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
great.
wow.
It's great music, man. It's great.
Patra was my girl back in the day. I love some Patra.
There you
Can't
go.
tell me nothing.
Hey,
Can't
you
tell me
love your
nothing.
Patra.
okay.
You'll be loving it, man. If you really get into it, you'll be loving it.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
and
do. That it's just
Mm-hmm.
something about the flow. Like I do. I
Yes,
definitely do like it.
yes, and the beats, it keep you moving, keep you rocking. Yes, it's great. It's great.
That'd be
yeah,
crazy.
I have a question because you said about the beats. Now,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times they say Caribbean music beats, and then they also say Jamaican beats. Is there really a difference, or
Yeah,
why do they separate that sometimes?
yeah, because different from our beat. Most of the other beat is like calypso. It's not really dancehall or reggae. It's calypso. It's that fast beat. You understand? So it's
Oh,
different. Their music, they're like so for instance, like a Trinidadian music, a Barbadian music, those are calypso.
okay.
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 You understand? So it's
Yeah.
different. It's
That
like
really fast up.
yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But you should know. You should know. You should know.
Instead of you lying, but like, yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely understand that. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
All right.
it looks like we got Warren Bloom back. Warren, are you back? Okay,
I
Warren
haven't
is
gone
here.
anywhere.
There we go. Well, I was trying to wait for you to give your question to DJ Richard. So there you go. You missed that. You got some questions for him?
Well, then, Richard, I have one more question to ask you. What
Mm-hmm.
about like Afrocentric music? Like, the Africans. Like to me, I just feel like they are like kind of biting off of y'all with the music. With y'all.
Everybody snitching our music. Every so, and they just the other day they tried to compare the Afrobeat with the our reggae or dancehall music, but
You
it's
know,
it's no comparison.
no, it's not.
Our music is way ahead, but they
Yes,
try to, yes, way ahead. So and they just keep biting off our music still, but what to
right.
do? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Warren, are you
Mhm.
there?
yeah. What I wanted to say
Okay.
is, I just wanted to make a comment that it took so many years for reggae music to be accepted
Mhm.
in American culture as we know it today. But of course, I can play a good reggae beat
Mhm.
as a drummer.
Mhm.
But I'm glad that times have changed. That we're getting more music from the Caribbean
Mhm.
and all the different genres we've been talking about: calypso, the Caribbean, the reggae. And I'm just
The-
glad now that reggae music is really now is a main part of American musical stream now, and that's good.
Most definitely, it's growing. It's growing. Most definitely, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I was interested. I was interested to see what Warren had to say as a drummer, because that's the first instrument.
Yeah,
Everything comes from the drum.
yep.
It
Yes,
all these sounds come from the drum. So
it's from the drum. You're
yeah,
right there. Exactly where it's
the
coming from.
the messages
The
was in the
message
drum. We used to
is
send
in the.
messages to each
It
other through the
speak.
drum.
It speak for itself.
And the
Yeah,
first people we gave our drum to are our Latin brothers.
Yes,
yeah,
Yes, we
exactly,
gave them the drum. They took it to another level too.
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, let me jump into now where we are. So let's come back home now. Now we're in Delaware County, Philadelphia. There is a large community that we're trying to get who listen to the Caribbean or the Jamaican or the Calypso, the African beats. And my question is, when it comes to this type of music, there are certain locations that most of the people who always want to hear this music is where they go. So where is everyone compared to, they might go to a club that plays R&B music. Where's the clubs that really put out the great music that you play? DJ Richard, do you know?
I just know a few like here, like Skew the Seven.
Okay.
Yeah. And a few more and at the and on Sundays. Like on a Sunday at Fairmont Park,
Okay.
reggae music all day.
Fairmont Park. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we need to try to make an adjustment and change that so that we can let them know that we have the great sound and that we got to draw them to where we are. Of course,
Hmm.
we have to find out where they are.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. Oh, Kev, you were saying something, Kev?
No, I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then let's go further with this because this is really important. When it comes to musicians, the different instruments. We talk about the drums, the keyboards. Oh, they're all percussion instruments. How is it that the percussion instruments always seem to easily fit when it comes into reggae music? Why is that so easy? Because it just seems like it's a natural thing, you know. This is open for anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Well, again, music is the rhythm of the soul, and you know everything is built on a beat, especially your heartbeat,
The heartbeat.
your heartbeat, and uh,
Yeah.
and everything is tied into rhythm, whether it's making love, or just singing. Everything has a flow and a rhythm, but the thing is, you have to capture that flow and rhythm, and that's tied into vibrations, and which is all connected to music anyway. But the right vibration can usher in anything you want, and the right vibration can push out anything you want.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
see, y'all always try to pull me into some deep stuff. This forum ain't long enough, but what I'm saying, like the rhythm, like the drum is the heartbeat, the actual essence, the beginning of it all. So in musical forms, I always say when the band was like, okay, the drum, he's like the basement.
Right.
The bass player, he's like the first floor.
That's right.
The bass player and their drum, they got a lock. And then
That's
when they
it.
lock, a person like myself who hear mid-range frequencies,
Yes.
I hear more mid-range frequencies as a keyboardist.
Yes.
They hold down the bottom, they hear more low tones, I'm hearing mid-tones, and you got the guy on the guitar, he hearing higher tone
Great
frequencies.
analogy.
So it's all frequencies that come together. And when you get into frequencies, we can get into like 432.
Yes.
See,
Great analogy.
the natural frequencies of music is at a 432 pitch or tune.
Yes.
We listen to
Oh, okay.
things in a 440 tune because that was all political. When you turn your radio on and we tune our instruments, it's at 440 hertz. Because
Right.
during the world wars, they all used to ship instruments over to Germany and they'd be out of tune. So they figured, all right, we're going to make a universal tuning of 440 hertz. But if you listen to music at 432, oh man, it's beautiful. It's different. Go to YouTube, type in 432 hertz,
Well, what do the rock people
and you'll see the
like
difference.
when they do their drums?
So,
Where's their tune at when it comes to rock people?
all music now is at 440.
Okay.
Everything is. So even when like recording my music, everything's at 440. That's the international standard. But if you listen to things that's tuned at 432, it all
Mm-hmm.
lines up.
So don't you think 432 universally is probably the most frequent, right? Listen to, right? 432.
Well, it's actual natural vibrations of Earth, actually.
Okay.
But we've all
Oh
tuned
wow.
Yeah, that's the naturalist form of music, but we've tuned to 440 because the other people said, this is the standard. Putting it nicely. Okay. Everything's political. Even the music is
Yeah.
even the tuning of it, they took control of that. But I'm just keeping it real.
That's right.
So really is at a 432. But I'm just saying to tie that in with the beat, the bass, the different frequencies of music, it starts with the drum and the rhythm. That's why we're so, even one more thing, even orchestral music, the violinists, they even not, sometimes when you're trying to, say I was working with violinists, they listen to things on a slightly different rhythm than Warren or me. It's like a little bit slower or delay in there because they hear it in their brains different as far as the time than some other musicians may hear it. So I mean it gets deep as far as the rhythm, but you can actually have no drums in the music and just play something with no drums and play it, but still there's something in your head, a time thing, a metronome in your head.
Yeah.
It's clicking. It's just human nature. So anyway, I can get deep with this, man. Next, move on to the next person who wants to keep speaking on this. I get excited when it comes to music.
That was really important.
As you should.
Yeah, that was real important. So we got down to like 4 minutes left. So I'm gonna go around and give an opportunity. I'm gonna start with Miss Whitney. Is there anything you want to mention current that we can tie in to all things reading captains? Because again, everything is still reading. Either you read about it or you hear about it. But if you hear about it, you're still reading. Anything, Miss Whitney?
No, honestly, no. I was going to say something about the music.
Okay, well, say come back to that. Come back to that then. That's fine.
Get right back to it next week, man.
Because one thing we really didn't talk about hip hop, but you definitely like as far as like you said, the drums. Do they even do that in hip hop? Like, do they even play drums in hip hop anymore? Like, seriously, like all I hear is auto tune
What was the question? What did you say, Whitney? What was the
in
question?
hip hop. Do they even play drums anymore? Like, I'm being honest. Like, I don't know. All I hear is drill music. Like, I hear piano. I might hear, certain other things, but I don't really hear drums. Or am I just overhearing it? I hear auto tune.
Well,
Hi, baby.
things are more electronic now.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you something real briefly that I'll never forget an interview that JT from Kool and the Gang, I always mention this a lot. This is back in the 80s. And Johnny, I think it was Johnny Simpson, he was on that show. And he asked him, what is your fear of music for black people in the future? You know what he said?
What?
That there would be no more musicians or black people who know how to play instruments.
Wow.
And that's why I look at projects like Warren, myself, and others. We are the last frontier to pass this knowledge down to people because, to keep it real, the others, they're learning instruments still. They're actually taking over R&B. Type in R&B music on YouTube. They're
Man,
singing it. Just like
it
everybody.
can't stop. It can't stop.
Yeah.
Music alone shall live. It alone shall live.
The point I'm saying is, I'm answering her question, and she says, "Is there drums and music?" And that's why I talked about Kool Herc. He was the one that brought in the break beats. He was one of the originals in hip hop, but a lot of guys, it's a lost art. They don't really know how to play the instrument. We can still do hip hop music with live instruments, believe it or not.
Right.
Right.
It's a lost art. So that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Let me just say this in context, because
Thank you.
I'm a licensed minister, and in the church, we know electronics have taken over a lot of things in secular music, but in the church, you always got to have the real instruments
Mm-hmm.
for praise, because that's how God designed it, and I'm even trying to educate the church. Unless the instruments are in place, you can't worship. The instruments have to be in place in order for you to begin worship. That's how deep it is. But from a aesthetic standpoint, I don't think music it will never go away in the raw sense. In certain venues and genres that we won't eliminate it completely. Not in the church. Secular
All
world,
right.
they'll use electronics. And by the way, my brother wrote Double Dutch Bus anyway. Just
There you go.
I know that's right.
There you go.
If that,
All right. All right, so we're coming to the end of the show. We're going to do a round of 30 seconds or less. Anything positive you have to say. We're going to start with you, DJ Richard, in 30 seconds. Anything you want to add or let our viewers and listeners know? We're at the end of the show. 30 seconds.
Man, what I gotta say, man, I like this meeting. I like this gathering, man. It sound real positive, and I like it. And I'm happy that I came on board with you guys. We're gonna get it started. You understand? We gotta do what we gotta do. Yes, most definitely.
Sounds great. All right, I'm going to go to you, Miss. Okay, Miss Whitney, she's on mute. So I'm going to go to you, Warren. 30 seconds or less, Warren. Anything?
Yeah, we need to protect our music and continue to disseminate it especially amongst our youth, and because that's going to be the key, really to peace. The peace is a vibe, is a music frequency.
Okay, Miss Whitney, 30 seconds or less. Welcome back. We're concluding.
I mean, I think we need to do a new trend of making kids learn how to play instruments. It's not enough out there between art and music. You barely have the kids doing that anymore because they got the computers. So, I think, that's a good investment. People need to look into that music and read and understand the notes, and, that's it.
Okay. Kevin Jones Dowdy, music producer, music writer, man, vocalist as well. Man, before you give your 30 seconds, let our viewers know once again, where can they find your music video?
Gave me your phone.
Kevin Tones.
I
Yeah.
spent hours.
KevinTonesMusic.com, and type in YouTube. You can type in Kevin Tones. My big head will pop up, right? Maybe, and that's you can hear some of my music.
All right, 30 seconds.
Yeah. I'm piggybacking off the rest. We got to pass this information down to the rest of our youth as far as music and learning how to play instruments. I mean, all the other forms are fine. I like electronics too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, I'm with the times, but still knowing the basics of music and learning instruments is going to be key.
So I'm last but not least, 30 seconds. I'm Van Stone, the face behind the voice. Of course, you are joining us with the new Reading Captains podcast. That's what this is. Check us out weekdays, weekends. We will figure out for you the next time that we're going to come in. But if you missed the show, you can go to us here on YouTube and, of course, Reading Captains with Van Stone, WBSR. Also, we're glad to have D.J.RICHARD there. We're going to have the connection from Abu Dhabi, Philly, Sharon Hill. I mean, we're just going to really do great with this. And this has got to tie into our youngsters. We're going to come back hopefully soon with a teen Reading Captains video show. We're all parents, and we're looking forward to bring that in. And at the same time, we just hope our Philadelphians and our Delaware County, especially our Black people, we hope that you're doing well, dealing with what's happening in these days. So, like I always say, honor is before glory, or glory is not before honor. So let's do the honorable thing and keep being positive, guys. So that looks like that's going to be the end of the show for us, and we'll catch you on the next one.